They called again. He's going to get right back to you. We'll figure this out, blah, 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 blah. Well, God has me forget stuff. Once I poke the bear, he has me forget it and keep moving on and doing what I need to do. For it to come all the way back when I sent you the message, I send him a message of like, still haven't heard from you, still waiting for my update, blah, 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 to stir the pot again. Because what they are used to and what they keep telling themselves, which is what always happens, one person can't get us to do anything. They get into this power and status and we have money and we can take it down and blah, 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 blah. My life purpose and why you're meant to watch Pieces and also watch The Magic and how this works is because my life purpose is meant to be an example of one person can make a difference. One voice and standing up for what you believe in can make a difference. And all of those things, all the way down to like me documenting all of this and everything and all my journey to be able to see it come full circle with the next piece of the puzzle that I'm going to tell you. The reason one person can make a difference and all of that, I didn't know why I was building it all, but now I can see I was building it after I called out KW first, to then start building all the pieces of the whole hearts puzzle and started looking for angel investors like I told you. Wow, got a different plan. Now I'm supposed to go back to KW and I've already made the video for them and what I am supposed to do, and I have like the plan. I'm going back with option A and option B again, because what God showed me was, Alicia, you're not meant to go back with a class action for this one because you've already shown them the holes. All I would be doing is showing them more holes that they are fully aware of. So instead, option A, which I didn't pick any of these numbers, I didn't pick any of this, is 44 million that he would be paying. He has 3 days to accept, deposit a portion of it, and then he'd have 30 days to finish everything that's on this list. I need your help with creating the legal document with all these pieces of the 44 million that got shown to me. So what that entails, and it's kind of like God is doing karma. I get to bring karma to full vision in front of people for people to see it, instead of like it being so private when karma hits us and stuff like that. It's a call out so that it is publicly seen almost. So the 44 million comes in. He has to buy back all of the franchises that are owned by the brothers, the corrupt brothers, buying them out so that they're not in real estate anymore. All of those brokerages that are in Salt Lake and everywhere, those will all be put in Whole Hearts charity name. So the top of the pyramid is literally funneling the funds in to help. He will be paying to help heal women instead of ignoring the problem. His punishment is to help heal women because he was ignoring the women being hurt before. So he's got to buy back all the brokerages. Then he's got to buy back the region, the Utah region, from another guy because he tried to hide it. So as you see, it's going through all the pieces of people who were part of the dishonesty and narcissistic behavior to hurt women. So that's part of the 24 million. That's the real estate part. Then the owner will be having me go find the other holes within brokerages, creating the systems to make sure that he doesn't have shady people doing the same thing in other areas. 10 million will be going into my charity part, which will be Tommy Foundation teaming up with me because it's the microloans and all of that and the paying it forward. So when a woman comes in or somebody comes in and they've been abused or whatever, we're able to give them a plan where I'm able to help them heal, get them funds to survive, even give them a job if they need it. And we have pieces in our area, you know, that we need. So that then they are able to pay it forward, mentor the next person that comes in, and they have their new dream and job that's paying them money to help pay back their loan. So that's a piece that KW will be funding. And then there's 10 million that's going to be going into the other Whole Hearts for inventions and everything else. Knowing that KW is now one of the biggest tech companies because they went and started building all these products and bought all of the amazing Google people and all of that to create the systems that they have been creating. So literally KW will be a silent investor or silent partner. And that's kind of what I need your help on too, is to figure out the best way to structure that, because I don't want him to have say in stuff, but I know that God wants me to, it's giving him this option of a way to keep me kind of silent and also have the problem fixed. It'll be painful, but he will be able to use write-offs for all of the charity pieces that he's donating money to. He's going to be able to eventually get his money back because of joint ventures and pieces that he will be making money off of, while he is now helping heal the community. And he will be able to grow, because he's being held accountable, grow and use that into being the person he wants to be and always stood for. But when we leverage ourselves out, which was one of my lessons on my team when I started, when we leverage ourselves out so much, our vision and our dream that we created because of other people being unhealed, it breaks it and it has infections. And if you don't cut out the infection, it is like an open wound that you put a Band-Aid on. It's eventually you're going to have to cut off your limb. So it's like God's giving him an opportunity to cut out the infection and heal, and also go back to the person that he always was and wanted to be, and the reason I was part of KW. He just doesn't know how to fix the problem. And I've done this within KW 8 years ago with somebody that I loved in KW. I gave him option A and option B. He would have gone to prison if he didn't choose option A. He chose option A. And I held him accountable. And he's also got one of the biggest brokerages and the best foundation of a brokerage, because he was held accountable and everything. And it's also the owner of KW's evidence of I've done this before. And he's one of my besties now, and he has my back for all of this. He's been terrified because he knows that you don't want to be on Alicia's bad side. And so I need help when I'm sending the video, and I'll send you a copy of the video because I channel when I'm doing that. And I was like, whoa, I'm angry. God wanted me to be a little scary in that, to like show that my nice and my kindness should never be taken for weakness. And you underestimated me, and this is your consequence. So I've got to send that video and the law covering letter that I need you to help me figure out, because I have all the pieces written down of what stipulations and stuff I want and need in it. But I know I have to send that by Wednesday, Thursday, because it's an astrological alignment that has to have it all. Yeah. Welcome to my crazy magical world. But out of that 44 million, your salary of 125,000 is included in that, because I know you are meant to help me be my assistant, but it's an assistant in real estate. Whatever dreams you want to build, baby, I got you, and I will help you do it. But you're also the legal piece to help make sure that I can bounce ideas and stuff off of you to help me always stay in that, because he wants me to use the systems that are here to be able to have it come full circle to hold people accountable. So I know when I have that 44 million in, the next thing I'm going to need help on, once he accepts that contract, I send that out and he accepts the contract, I need help with employment contracts and certain things that God wants me to have included in it as stipulations, because remember, one person can ruin a solid foundation. They're an infection. So there's certain things within an employment contract that they are having to heal themselves and do the game and the process and whatever, kind of like I did, to be able to find their purpose. I will help fund it. But if they don't, it's like after a year, if they're not working on themselves to grow and do all that stuff too, as well as their job, I don't care if they do an amazing job at work. I will have to let them go, because if they're not healing their wounds, people do not leave their ethics and values and all of that shade. If they don't have those, they can't leave that at the door. That is their level that they will hold people accountable to, which is exactly the reason why KW is in the place that it's in. So, welcome to the Magical Crazy, because you're meant to watch how the magic happens so that you don't get to deny the magic happening. And magic, when I say magic, it is the manifestation, it is alchemizing energy, it is astrological, it's all that. It's the evidence that is undeniable when that funnel is funneled back, because one person holding to their ethics and values can change things. All of that. And people that are on the salary, there's some of them. One of them is my coach, and she was a coach at KW 8 years ago. She's been a best friend ever since, but she literally got pushed out because she was calling stuff out. She is going to be one of my partners within my whole hearts to be able, the ones that got pushed out because of shady narcissism are all going to be coming back to be their bosses, because now I own the region and the brokerages. So anyone that was trying to push us out because of shady behavior, literally now the women that got kicked out, like pushed out, will be their bosses. You see how that karmic, like God switches that around, because me standing up for my ethics and values to be able to have it come full circle. The Mockingjay where I didn't know I was going to be. Yep. So I'm going to send you this lovely video and your private link for your video, but also a copy of the breakdown that I've already downloaded. And then I'll also send you a copy of like the plan of what I already know that 44 million is going to go towards, so you can kind of see. But I wanted you to know I wasn't ignoring you. I wasn't doing any of that. I just knew that I couldn't reach out, and I would get like cut off, hung up on, whatever, because I get kind of blocked until I hit a certain point when I was able to allow other energies into my space, because I had to heal what was mine first so that I could know what wasn't mine if it came in. So I'll even send you the video so you can kind of see, but when I'm sending that and your letter that we type up, they'll have 3 days to be able to accept, or then if they choose option B, then it goes to class action, but I'm never shown to do anything that doesn't win. So if he wants me to start marketing loud and proud to collect more women that have had issues within KW to prove a point, he's just going to be going down and having issues. Or he has an option A, accept accountability, lose 44 million, but he's able to write off half of it and get a lot of that back going forward because of joint ventures and inventions and all of that. So I guess the other piece is, do you want to be part of a magical journey? Help me travel the world, create like the investment compounds and all of that, which are meant to help heal women and people coming out of domestic abuse. The FLDS church, that's one, like sex trafficking, all of that. Those compounds and all of those things, I'm going to put them all over. But we're starting here in Utah to create the base for Whole Hearts with that 44 million, with amazing people, the systems and all of that, so that I can then start hiring and other people to be able to start having different ones all over the world, to start being able to help more and more women and create more and more dreams. So yes, it will have a piece of real estate. It will always have a piece of real estate. And once I have the 44 million in, that is going to be a piece where I'm building my team for that and all of that. But again, that's why I have the team already in my head. I already know the people, and you're one of those pieces to be able to do all the work of building the business, and I'm able to focus on just the one piece. So it doesn't always take all my energy. So I'll have an operations manager. I will have all of those things. I have one that it will be a TC, but also she used to run property management company for 8 years. So she's going to help me start a property management with all of the, people that do that with her brain and my brain, where we are able to puke out all the ideas, and I'll have the team that is able to create all of the different pieces for that business. You see, so literally we're able to use our ideas and our genius and all of that gift, and then give it to the team who's going to be able to do the marketing, the this, the that, all the other work. So it doesn't always take up all of our time. My energy is meant to be ideas and that kind of stuff and helping. So you'll be able to choose if you want real estate, if you want to work in real estate and be a part there, marketing, if you want whatever you want to do, I will be able to help you do that. But more or less, I see you as an assistant because I trust you to be able to float. I know that you are a believer in the impossible. I know that you believe in manifesting and all of that kind of stuff. And I know you are hungry for knowledge and the magic just like I am. So I know that you are meant to be by my side with it, so that I'm able to bounce off ideas to you, have you be able to keep me within the legal realm, and I can see the holes of where I'm able to go and the loopholes to have it all stay. But yeah, the employment contracts and joint venture contracts, I know that those are two things that I will need help with after we get this written up. And your ideas on how to structure the owner of KW being like a silent investor or a silent partner. I haven't really decided which piece he is in that. So maybe your knowledge on that will help me, because I know that he's meant to be a part, so he gets a percentage, but he's not able to make choices or ideas. Like, he's able to choose if he wants to add more money into investments or joint ventures, and ones that he really loves. Like, he'll be part of the Shark Tank panel of being able to invest extra. But I also know that he makes a percentage no matter what, because he's part of the business, to get a percentage off of every joint venture that we get. So, and that's part of his good karma coming back to him, I guess, and how he makes money while he is standing up for the right thing. So I just knew if I called you and we tried to do this, or a Zoom, me and you could talk for hours and hours and hours. So I wanted to have this be able to catch you up without having any other distractions or us getting off on a tangent and that kind of thing. But no, I have you on the salary for $125,000. 25,000 of that is able to be a sign-on bonus once it comes and stuff like that, and help me create a system that is going to help change the world. Because the top part is meant to bring shadies, funnel their money from doing shady stuff while I hold people accountable into being pillars in the community to help create change. Because you can't create change unless you're taking down the old. We were always just building new stuff on broken foundations. And God doesn't want me to do that and us to do that anymore. We have to hold what is broken accountable to now use that and create the new. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense of where my focus has been and why it had to be like, so yes, like I know I'm meant to do a book and this and that, but it's like the pieces to the puzzle. I had to see all the things to then have them reprioritize them for me and show me, stop looking for an angel investor. We already got you. You just have to go do this. And I had to heal some stuff to know that I was worthy first and blah, blah, blah. Welcome. So now, full circle moment, he's like the peon, because actually the other company that I'm working on a class action lawsuit is 100 times bigger than KW International. So he actually gets to see now, because my next video is to my marketing person to be able to help me start dealing with that. He gets to see now that literally he is the small fish in the pond. The other person is way bigger, and he is getting this one opportunity and a 3-day window to accept it. Otherwise, he will be on that same platform being the small fish in the pond for me to be going after both of them. So choose wisely, Gary. Gary's his name. But I am very excited for the future. I am very excited to not have to actually do class action against KW that I love dearly and just fix the problem. So I will send that all over to you. And I'm really excited to be able to start having our world change within, like, you know, a week or so. So hopefully that catches you up on that yes, I want you to move over to KW once this is done and finished, because then I'm able to have the funds to get you an operations manager that she has already worked on my team before. Actually, it's funny because she was with me during all of my husband's crazy shit, and she was one of the people I had to let go. And she works with somebody else that I love right now, but I'm gonna be poaching her back. And she already knows exactly what I stand for, my systems, all of that. She's amazing. And then there's the other one that, like I said, she's amazing, but she worked 8 years for a broke property management. So she's going to come in, learn all the TC from my amazing operations manager, but also be helping birth the property management as all the other pieces start rolling out. So it's going to be a very fun-filled year, but if you want to be a part of, you know, like traveling, inventions all over, all of the creativity, magical, changing our community, standing up for what's right, all of that kind of stuff, that's what I will be doing in the next year. But your salary comes with you getting to play, stay balanced, growing, getting coached, healing, all of that, along with real estate, a little bit of law, a little bit of marketing if you want. However, because it's meant to keep you happy and in your happy place and in your purpose, while we get to have fun and stay balanced and help change the world for standing up for what we believe in. So I am so grateful that you came into my life and you make me smile, and I never wanted you to feel like I was ignoring you. So I wanted to make sure to take this time to explain. Hopefully it made sense to you. But I didn't want us to be distracted or any of that while I was trying to do that, because it's very easy to get lost if that's the case. But anyways, once you get all of this and digest it all, then reach out to me and I can answer any questions and we can kind of brainstorm from there. But love your guts, Yangtze. Hopefully you're smiling.